Hi guys, I wanted to show you how to lubricate a piano bench. Any moving part should be lubricated once a year to once every 2 years at least, depending on the area and the neighborhood that you live in, whether you turn on the heat inside the house or you have humidifiers or cooking, anything like that. The weather can get dry and moving parts need lubrication. So here is the area where you want to lubricate on both sides. That's one of the areas, but most people just lubricate that area, which is the moving part for the mechanism that is obvious to you. But there are 4 other places that do need lubrication. One of them is right here. You see this part right here moves back and forth, side to side. There we go. As you adjust it up and down. So what you need to do is you need to lubricate the inside right here on the edge, on this side and the bottom. You can use a brush or a pen, anything to get in there to put some general grease lubricant, and that's on this side as well. So both sides, they do need lubrication. If the mechanism does get stuck, that means that one side has gone up higher than the other side. You can kind of take a look and see if the distance between here and here is equal to the distance of here and here. Or get a measuring tape, see if this distance is the same as this distance. If it's not, it means one side is higher. You can also take a look at the bench to see if this part is level. If you deal with that case, then what you have to do is take all the legs off, and then that would release the pressure on the mechanism. Once all the legs are off, if you can adjust the mechanism, great. Lower it down, try to see if they level, and if not, then what you have to do is you have to take these screws off, those screws right there, and you have to take these screws off as well. So all of these screws have to be taken off so that only this part and that part, and on this side as well. These three screws, so that the mechanism can move freely. Once it can move freely, then the whole mechanism comes off. Once the mechanism comes off, you can flip the mechanism on one side, whereby the other side is still. And if that were to happen, then you have a balanced mechanism. Then you can put the screws back on and put the legs back on. If you take the legs off and it doesn't adjust, or it does, but you could see that it's not level, you have to do this. And this has happened usually because you were sitting, or someone heavy was sitting on the bench and you adjusted while they were sitting, and using one knob only. If you use one knob on one side only and adjust the bench up and down, then what happens is over time, because of pressure, the other side is not adjusting as much as the other side. And slowly you get an imbalanced mechanism and it gets stuck because of the pressure that it's in. By taking the legs off, usually the pressure is released, and then lubricate everything and put it back on. You can also take a look at this bar right here, see if it's bent. If it is straight, everything is fine, but if it is bent, it's because it was under a lot of pressure and someone adjusted it down or up while it was at a high position. Okay, thank you. And if one last thing is, if there's no other solution, once you take off, then take everything off, all the screws off, release any pressure, and try to bend this back. Worst case scenario, give us a call. We'll see if we can order another mechanism for you.